Hey again. All right, y'all. So I told you I was gonna do a few videos today. So this is a video about me doing hair, how I got into doing hair, what it is that I do, and where you can see some of my work at. So I actually started braiding hair. Let me take this back. I started I started braided doing micro braids at 12 years old. But I actually started like cornrows and stuff like that when I was 9. My daddy bought me a mannequin for Christmas. It was the first Christmas, the only Christmas I ever spent in Detroit. I used to go to Detroit every year to spend time with my dad's side of the family. And he bought me a black Barbie mannequin. It had like a purple collar thing on it. It was really cute. Anyways, I learned how to braid at like 9. I just fell in love with braiding at 9. My aunt on my dad's side is a cosmetologist. My aunt on my mom's side is a cosmetologist. So it was like, I think it was just destined to hit me. My mom can also do hair too, and my dad also can cut hair. So I think it was just something. And my uncle on my mom's side can cut hair too. So it was just one of those things that was supposed to, I guess, come along with me. Anyways, I started braiding hair, doing like micro braids at 12. My aunt called me one day and was like, I want you to do these braids for me. And she showed me how to do them, and I just learned how to do them. So I was doing them at 12. I was charging people $85 at the time for micro braids. Like, there's like peanuts how much I would charge today, because today for some micros you might pay about $3.50, maybe more. It depends on how close you want them together. But anyways, I was doing the micros, and then I started doing box braids here and there. I was just doing my sister's hair, like cornrows. When Alicia Keys came out, I think that was like maybe when I was she was that when I was in high school? I don't know. Anyway, when Alicia Keys came out, she came out with the cornrows with the beads on them, and the two coming to the front. When she did the song Falling. I think I might have still been in high school. If not high school, I know I was in my freshman year of college. Everybody wanted that style, Lord mercy. So I started doing those, and then I was doing hair in my dorm. Sometimes I'd rather just do that hair than go to class. And I was going to college to be a math teacher, a math professor, actually. I wanted to teach secondary education, mathematics, and just to really prove how smart I was. It really wasn't my passion. I mean, I do love math, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't something that I was just like, I have to do every day. Like, hair is just like one of those things where even if I don't do it every day, I'm looking it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking up I love that person's hair. Or when I'm out and about in the store and somebody has nice color or something, or a cut, and I can see them layers in there, I'm like, oh, I love them layers. Oh, I love that. Oh, look how he faded that. Oh, that look good. You know what I mean? And I always just compliment people when I see them and their hair looks good. And even if their hair looks bad, I'm like, hey, you know what you can do for your hair? I'm always giving out tips for breakage, tips to help it grow, tips to help it get thicker, tips to how to maintain color when I see people out and about. So that's how I really kind of figure, like, this is more of my passion. And it took me a good while to really finally say, okay, I'm going to go to school for hair. When I came home from college, I kept going to school, like, for just different stuff. Like, what's the closest thing I can get to mathematics? Let me do accounting. And I didn't like accounting. And then I tried nursing. I didn't like nursing. I tried criminal justice. I was like, not really. Because my dad is a criminal justice professor, and my mom, she graduated with a criminal justice degree as well. And my granddaddy on my mama's side, he was a college math professor as well. And I forget what my grandmother majored in, but she was like one of the first black people to work at, what's the name of that bank? It started with an M. I have to look at her obituary. I want to say it's MIT Bank in Buffalo, something like that. It's a bank. But anyways, um, so like math just always came naturally to me. I love it. I still love math. I do hope one day to open up a nonprofit organization to help those in need, like get free tutoring with mathematics. But it's just like I have to have this hands-on hair thing. If it was a way I can tie the two in together, that would be so cool. Like I mean, I can do like geometrical shapes with my braids and stuff. Um, but yeah, I just ended up coming to do hair. Like, I was doing hair in the hood back at home, at my house. Like I'm doing hair in the house now, but I still work in the salon on Saturdays. But back at home, like, I was just braiding. I had one lady, like, she had a salon. She had a barber school. And she kept asking me, why don't you come in my shop and you can come to school and we need somebody that braid. We need somebody that braid. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. I just ran from hair for so long. Y'all do not know how I ran from it for the longest at one point. Like, I think I was about 21, 22 at that moment. And then it ended up coming back around when I was about 28 after I had my daughter. But I remember her asking me, just go to school. You need to at least come in. You can take your classes. You can become a master barber. You can teach. You can do this. You can do that. And I was just like, nah, I wasn't feeling it. And I just was working at Foot Locker, chilling with that. Like, nah, I'll do my hair on the side, and I'm not trying to pursue it like that. Well, eventually, like, it just came to me, like, after I had my daughter, like, I was actually working in the shop with my aunt because I was going to get my hair done so much. The girl who was doing my hair ended up, like, just telling me, like, I could feel what she was doing in my hair, but I was like, she just told me how to do, like, quick weaves, so I just kind of specialized in quick weaves. Like, I caught on so fast, and the way I learned how to do stuff, except for the micros, was practice on myself. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I learned. And I just did my own quick weave. That first time, it was like, that second time, that was it. I just, from there on, learned how to do that. And then me and my aunt was working in the shop together. Now, mind you, I had only had a braiding license at the time. I had ended up getting it. I went to Columbia to take the test or whatever. Got the braiding license or whatever and worked in the shop with my aunt. Then I said, I'm finna go get my master barber license so I can do everything. So I ended up going to one barbering school, and I was only there for like 3 months because like the lady ended up shutting it down because she didn't get her funding or whatever, and that was like in 2009. And then like I was just like, I was so depressed when that happened too. Like, I left right before she shut it down, but she had told me she was gonna close it, and everybody was like, don't even worry about it. She talked like that every day, and I'm like, I'm really taking this serious. I don't have time. Like, y'all might think she playing, but she might be for real. But she ended up shutting the school down. So I ended up talking to her on the phone 2 years later, and telling her, I really do want to go ahead and get this master barber license. And so, sorry, y'all. This is a quick weave. I'm on a pad, but I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, I talked to her about 2 years later, and then she referred me to the school I ended up going to. And really, at that school, they didn't really just teach us much. Like, me and the girl that started with me, because it was only 2 girls and, like, the rest was dudes. Everybody at that school was just, like, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak for nobody else. I can just tell you that I know that I was serious about getting mine. And the girl who started with me, which she's really cool. I love her to life. She was really serious, too. And they just had us on the floor all the time. Like, they had us on the floor all the time, making the school money, I used to be like, I want to learn my theory. Like, this practical gonna be a teach me what's in this book so I can go state board and pass. And they just was like nonchalant about it. It just got to the point where I was just like, look, I'm not going on the floor. Like, no, I'm finna come in here, I'm finna work in this workbook. I'm about to study for my exam. So I started that April, and I ended up getting all my hours by that November because I had those hours from the other school that transferred over. And I finally went to go take the test because, like, they did not help me. Like, they did not help. Like, we had fun, though. I did love the school. Like, the people I went to school with, everybody that was there. Like, and, like, at the time, I was really deep into Christianity. So I was really, like, praying for a lot of people. Like, I was fasting there, too, at the time. Like, when I first started, I think, I went on my first fast. And so I was doing a lot of that, praying. I was really deep into the church that I was going to, and excuse me, y'all. And then I was cool with everybody. Like, I didn't have no problems, no beef with nobody. I got along with everybody from what I know. So it was a good experience. Like, what can I say that I learned from that school? I can't even really say the fade, since I taught myself how to fade on my son. Like, I just would go home and just cut his hair. Like, my son was my biggest teacher because I learned on him. So I'm trying to really think, like, what did I learn from that school? What did they teach me? Because I taught myself the book. My homegirl taught herself the book. Like, we practiced with each other, went over questions with each other. But I really don't remember too much. We had fun, though. I'll say that. I'll give them that. It was fun. Because it was always some drama going on at that school. Like, y'all, we was talking about, we should have did a YouTube series on the school. If I would have had my camera, if I would have had my phone, a really good phone back then, because I think then I had a flip phone. Y'all, your girl was not, and I'm still not all the way up to date with the technology, but yeah, I had a flip phone back then, and but if I would have had like a regular phone, man, we would have probably would be rich right now, making, because of the video, like the stuff that was going down in that school every day. It was just so much, and then the stuff that happened after the fact, and then the stuff with the money, it was just a lot. But looking back now, it was just like all a great experience. I'm thankful that I was able to go to school there, because I learned how to not depend on somebody to teach me something. I learned how to, like, if I want to know something, I'm going to learn it. And I learned it on my own. Even in the environment of the school, I feel like it was just meant for me to be there to basically get my hours. You know what I mean? And complete it that way. You know what I mean? And also, that was one of the times where I actually sang in front of people. That was a talent that I hid from people. Like, I would never sing in front of people, but they actually had me to sing at the graduation. I don't even know I think that was I can't remember whose idea it was. I don't want to say nobody's name on camera, but the lady who owned the previous school, who referred me to that school, she ended up teaching at that school. So I think she was the one who actually wanted me to do sing for the graduation. Also, I was in a hair show there. What else? They referred me. It was a lot with that, but yeah. So long story short, that's when I got licensed, and I started working in a salon a little actually, while I was still at the school, I was doing like OJT at the salon. And I was there for a while, and then I left like right when I got my license. The lady told me I couldn't be in her salon anymore. Now I remember she kept begging me like, when you get your license, you better not leave me. You better not leave me. And I was like, okay, like, I didn't have any intentions on going anywhere, but an offer did come through to me and one of the other girls that was working there. These guys wanted to invest in a salon for us, but I'm so glad that didn't even go through, because I was having dreams about that. And like, okay, so one of the dreams I had was, it was another girl that worked there too. I had a dream that she was like sitting on the phone like this, like with her mouth over the phone like that, and was like telling the owner that me and the other girl had this offer on the table, right? Don't y'all know that's what actually happened? She really told her what was going on. And I told the old girl, I was like, man, do not tell her, because I don't trust her. I'll be doggone, that's what happened. So the lady was like, one day she just randomly called me out the blue and was like, come get your stuff. If you want to, since you don't want to work here every day, you just need to come get your stuff. I can't help the fact that you ain't got nowhere to do your clients at, and you can still work here, but you're going to have to share a chair with me when I'm not here, and I don't know when I'm going to not be here. Like, basically, leave. Like, you ain't giving me an opportunity. You're not telling me. I told her, I was like, I have a client tomorrow. She was like, well, I mean, I got to work tomorrow, so I don't know what you're going to do. And I was like, okay. So then I was like, and normally she was usually nice. So I was like, well, can I at least have a trash bag to get my stuff or whatever? And she was like, nope. I was like, what in the world? So I went and bought some trash bags, and I was so sad. So I was getting my stuff. She had her headphones on the whole time. I didn't say anything rude to her, anything. And so I just went ahead and put my stuff in the car. She followed me outside, and she was like, oh, I need that key from you too. I was like, oh, okay. And as I handed her the key, I was like, I just want to thank you so much for this opportunity. You have really been a blessing to me. I really appreciate you. I love you. Thank you. And I tried to like hug her. She was like backed away, went on in the shop. I was just like, okay, wow, I didn't do anything to her. You know what I mean? And the crazy part is, when this offer came on the table, we were trying to figure out a way to include her, like a way to bring her on so that she could also still have her own salon, but be getting paid over here at this spot too. Whatever, that wasn't meant to me. And then come to find out, she ended up taking the girl onto one of those court shows. I'm so glad I didn't sign a contract. She wanted me to sign a contract. My spirit was like, don't sign no contract with her. And it was so random too. Like, this all happened at the same time. As soon as I got my license, she was like, it was a contract on my station. I was like, I'm not signing that. I didn't feel right about that. So anyways, after that happened, I think, let me see, that was over the summer 2012. And I was having a hard time, y'all. Financially, I was struggling. Like, my car, what happened with my car? Okay, I think I ended up selling the car to the junkyard. Did I sell the car to the junkyard? The little red car I had? Yeah, I think I sold it to the junkyard for like, because it just wasn't worth it. I couldn't drive it no more. I couldn't do nothing with it. I don't know. Anyway, I was having a rough time, okay? And I just kept saying, what am I going to do? I was trying to promote. I was doing people hair for free just to get my name out there. And like, it was just like this blockage. Like, I just could not get ahead with this business, with doing hair or whatever. So I ended up getting a corporate job, working in a call center. Like, I was trying to promote there, and it just still wasn't prospering. And I don't know, because sometimes I feel like, sometimes the stuff that's within us that's creating a blockage, you know what I mean? But sometimes it can also be the fact that people just honestly don't want to put money in your pocket. And this African lady taught me that. As a matter of fact, the African lady was one of the instructors at the school. She taught me, she was like, your friends don't want to put money in your pocket. You know, some people are just that envious. You already very beautiful. You're very, very intelligent. They don't want to see you prosper in this area. So, that's just one of the things you have to take into consideration. But I ended up working there. Worked at one call. Anyway, I stayed in corporate until 2017. So 2017 came, and towards the end of that year, I was praying, asking God, like, what am I gonna do? Because I wanted to leave and pursue this so bad, right? And the Lord led me to leave my job October the 27th, which is my dad's birthday, by the way, 2017. And I just felt so free. I felt so free. Because working in a call center, I developed so many, that's another video. Working in a call center, I developed a lot of stress, like stress-related health problems. And so I was just like, I don't want to do this no more. I want to do what makes me happy. So now look at how God brought this around. So when I quit the job, I ended up working in a shop. Actually, I was working there like part-time. I started working there that September. I quit that October. Part-time, I was working with the girl who was doing my hair, who showed me how to do the quick weaves and stuff. That's whose shop I was able to work in. And and also I forgot to include, I did work in another shop like a year before that, but I was only there for like 3 months. Like I was on assignment. Like God had me there for a specific reason. I left that January, but I was still working in the call center. I was just there like part time while I was doing a paper route too. Anyways, I started working at the shop with my friend girl, and I worked there until I moved to Colorado, and it was a really good experience. I learned so many life lessons because one thing I will say, I was so gung-ho on Christianity and beliefs, and it was really more self-righteous than anything. That when I started working at that shop, all of that stuff started being like just shattered, like just breaking away. Like my faith started increasing, and I just learned more about myself, like areas that need development, areas that need healing, and learn how to be quiet and not always be the one want to preach the word to somebody or quote a scripture, but just from experience, just, you know, shine through your experience, shine through just being you know what I mean? So yeah, I was there. I worked there from September 2017, and then we left South Carolina. We left there. When did we leave? June 2018, and then we moved to Colorado. And then 2 days after we moved here, that's a completely different video. I'm gonna tell y'all about that. But 2 days after we moved, that's when I got hired at, well, not hired, they say hired, I mean, you're an independent contractor, so I don't like to use the term hired, but I started working at one of the salons up here in Colorado. But yeah, so that's me in hair. What I normally do, I do a lot of braids, I do a lot of weaves, mostly people that contact me. I am also a Maven stylist, so a lot of people contact me for sew-ins. I do a lot of sew-ins, a lot of braids, but I actually prefer to cut. I would prefer to cut all day. But everybody is in this bundle. It's like the bundle wave right now. So I'd be glad when short hair come back in style, because I want to just cut, had the hair flowing, you know, the cute little bob or something. But yeah, that's my hair story. So if you guys, I hope you guys like this video, and I hope that you guys gain something from this video. Like, I would say that everything I just talked about right now is basically would be summed up to whatever you're passionate about doing, you need to go for it. Like, don't put it off. because you want to prove to people, you want to prove stuff to people. Don't ever let that be your driving force to do anything. And that was the reason I feel for me was like while I was in college, like it was really just to prove something to, other people that I was smart. And I didn't even finish college. I didn't even finish. I quit when I had my son. I didn't even go back. I mean, I went to like the community college after that, but it was not the same as the university experience that I had. So, don't let that be your inspiration. Like, just actually just follow what it is that you are very passionate about doing, and God will lead the way. Trust me. So, like I said, if you guys like this video, make sure to like, and if you're not subscribed to my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can see when I upload new content, and comment below. If you, let me know your ideas. If you're a stylist, I would love to know how you got into it. How long did it take you, or if you're aspiring to be one, if you have questions, I love to help people. So, like, I mean, for real, like, if you have a question, I don't hold back secrets. I'm not about to charge you for showing you how to do something unless I'm doing, like, an actual class on something. But, no, like, if you want to know something, just like, hey, hit me up. All right? Until then, I'll see y'all next time.